Good afternoon, and let's start. We are talking about the Harappan civilization. Yesterday we have seen many facets of this civilization, and the extent of civilization we have discussed. So from Jammu and Kashmir to Maharashtra and Sutkange from Balochistan to Alamgirpur. This is a extent of civilization. So 1921, John Marshall, he surveyed the city of Harappa, and he found very extensive urban sites. And in 1924, Illustrated Weekly of London Times, he published and used the word Indus Valley Civilization. So used the word Indus Valley Civilization in 1924 in his journal. Okay. So this is extent of civilization, that is from Jammu and Kashmir to UP to Maharashtra and then Pakistan, Balochistan. So total area, I told you, it is covering from huge 1.3 million square kilometer. 1.3 million square kilometer. $1.3 million square kilometer. Right? So $1.3 million square kilometer. Total area. So some of the important sites yesterday we started talking: Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Lothal, Dholabira, Kalibangan, etc. There were 2,000 sites all over this entire stretch from Jammu and Kashmir to Maharashtra and Alamgirpur to Pakistan. Right? So we will discuss all these things. So these are some of the classic sites, very important sites. Dholabira, these are the very classic sites. Almost 2000 years it had a huge development of the sites. So we can see that the rise of the Harappan civilization So there were pre-Harappan sites and then proto-Harappan sites. Proto-Harappan sites and the Harappan sites. These are the Harappan sites. So pre-Harappan sites that normally had started around 4500 BC to 3500 BC. Pre-Harappan sites. Means pre-Harappan sites are those who started before the Harappan sites and having very much evolved agrarian condition. Many Neolithic sites are actually pre-Harappan sites. Many Neolithic sites are actually pre-Harappan sites. Some Neolithic sites had capacity to develop as Harappan sites. So it is called pre-Harappan sites. Proto-Harappan sites, which is very much close to the Harappan sites in the stage of evolution. In the stage of evolution. And finally, we have the mature phase of the Harappan sites. Mature phase of the Harappan sites. 2500 BC to 1750 BC. This is a mature phase of Harappan sites. So what we are studying right now is the mature phase of Harappan sites. Mature phase of Harappan sites. So these Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, Lothal, Kalibangan, these are actually the mature phase of Harappan sites where the urban structure had already evolved. So I hope you noted 4500 to 3500 BC, this is pre-Harappan site. Proto-Harappan is 3500 to 2500 BC. And Harappan is 2500 to 1750 BC. So this is a Harappan sites. Look, I will show you at the right time. So now we study the characteristics of Harappan cities. Characteristics of Harappan civilization. Characteristics of Harappan civilization. What are the characteristics of Harappan civilization? First, town planning. At outer appearance, the first look, town planning was looking uniform. There is uniform town planning in very first look. We have uniform town planning in very first look. So town planning is uniform. So whatever the town planning for one city is there, same town planning almost, not all, but almost having the same town planning in other cities as well. So each city of the Harappan civilization there is a citadel and there is a lower town. Citadel and lower town. citadel was slightly raised from the ground. Suppose if this is a topography of any place, so here there was a citadel and here there was a lower ground, lower town. Both are urban cities. So citadel and this is a lower town. Citadel was fortified. Either it was surrounded by bricks or stones, but it was a fortified place. This is the structure of the city. It was fortified place. Fortified place. Citadel was meant for elite class people. It was residence of elite class people. It is a residence of elite class people. There was administrative building. There was religious places. So elite class, this is what are the three things that you observe here? Citadel, elite class, residential place of the elite class, administrative building, and religious places. Religious places. Fine. So fortified. Elite class building, administrative building, and religious places. Religious places. And the lower town, this is a house meant for common people. Some industrial complex. I am repeating again so that you people don't have difficulties in writing. What I said, this is a house of the common people and industrial complex. Market. 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 Okay. So lower town, house of the common people, industrial complex, and the market. And here we have the house of the elite class, administrative building, and the religious places. Okay, this is a structure of the city. Fine. I hope you are writing. All of you keep on writing. I am very slow in dictating all these things. Thereafter, if you enter in the city, this is something very significant. Roads are cutting each other at right angle. Roads are cutting each other at right angle. Roads are cutting each other at right angle. So roads are cutting each other at right angle. This is called grid pattern. This is called grid pattern. I am repeating so many times so that you can write. So what to do with the handwriting? At least you can catch the word. So roads at right angle, this is called grid pattern. Grid pattern. Roads are cutting each other at right angle. This is called grid pattern. Grid pattern. Done. There were double-story houses. double story houses, right? Double story houses means each house was of double story. There was excellent drainage system. Excellent drainage system. Excellent drainage system. It's not like that in our cities, like the way water keep on flowing one from here to there. They were having a great civic sense, so they had an excellent drainage system. Drains was covered with slab. All the drains were covered with slabs. And drains was connected to soaking pits. Drains was connected to soaking pits. You understand soaking pits? That is, suppose this is a drain and then it was put here below the ground. This is a drainage. So water will flow, the dirty water will go round the ground. This is a way that they had created this system, and then there was a slab to cover the drain. Drain is not like pat holes, you just jump in the drain and go inside the earth. So they had a very excellent drainage system, and the drains was covered with slab. Drain was connected to soaking pits. We are talking about the town planning. They had a very excellent town planning. Okay, welcome back. Now, slight technical issues was there. We have resolved it. Now coming back to the town planning. What I said, the drainage system was excellent achievement of the Harappan civilization. Drains were covered with slabs so that nobody can fall in the pit holes, and thereafter the drain was underground. This is called soaking pits. So this is the structure of the town planning, and I told you that it is a iron grid pattern of town planning. Grid pattern of town planning. Some places, like there is a place in Gujarat, which is a Harappan site, Dholabira. Dholabira, we have three-tier cities. First is Citadel, second is Middle Town, and third is Lower Town. Everywhere there are two divisions. So now you have three divisions: Citadel, Middle Town, and the Lower Town. So everywhere Citadel, Middle Town, and Lower Town. Okay, should I repeat it because of the internet disruption? No problem. Look what I said. I'm repeating again whole thing, nothing to worry. The town planning was, at outer appearance, town planning was looking very uniform. Each city, there are 2000 cities in the Harappan civilization. Each city, we have a very significant division. There are two divisions. One is called the western side. Western side, we have Citadel. This is slightly raised. I told you, suppose this is a topography of the land. Find topography of the land. So raised portion, we construct the Citadel, and from the which is on the just slightly lower, then we construct the Lower Town. Okay, so therefore Citadel, we construct Citadel, that is a fortified, means it was fortified either by bricks or stone. So obviously fortification means extra security, and here we have the elite class people, they used to stay. Like that we have a cabinet minister, parliamentarians, elite class people. We have administrative building and we have some religious structure also. Three things: elite class houses, administrative building, and religious places. And in the Lower Town, we can see common people. Houses meant for the common people. Traders, merchants, doctor, engineers, common people. Right? Industrial complexes and the market. Industrial complexes and the market. So this is how the Lower Town was fixed. Okay, so this is the structure of the city. Now let us go inside the city. When we enter in the city, the roads were cutting each other at right angle. Each roads are cutting each other at right angle. Maybe there will be red light, green light, something like that. But there is traffic management, but roads was cutting each other at right angle. And that is the reason why they had a very planned structure. So this is called grid pattern of the settlement. If you have ever seen while crossing through the, when you're flying and you see downward, if you find any city crossing, all the cities are crisscross, either rectangle or square. So grid pattern of the town planning. There were double story houses. double story houses. Right, so houses were double stories, and there was excellent drainage system. Drainage system was a very excellent achievement of Harappan civilization. You will find that Harappan civilization, the type of drainage system they had, not parallel found in any part of the globe. Whether it is in Mesopotamia, whether it is Sumeria, whether it is Egypt, China, nowhere had such a fantastic civic sense. So therefore, they don't have so much sense to create the drainage system, but Harappans definitely had. So this is a unique achievement of the Harappan civilization, that is drainage system. Out of the many cities, drainage system of Mohenjo-daro, which is one of the Harappan site, drainage system of Mohenjo-daro was excellent. Excellent drainage system of Mohenjo-daro, and followed by Dholabira. Also had a very excellent drainage system. If among all the Harappan sites, if you calculate which one is the very excellent, then that is a Mohenjo-daro and Dholabira. Mohenjo-daro and Dholabira. Last year there was a question, last year, if you look at the 2-3 years question paper, there was a question that which of the following Indus sites had a reservoir, that is to restore the water. This is the place. Dholabira, there was a very big reservoir. So water was reserved in case of any contingency plan. So therefore water was very much reserved there. So there was a very big reservoir. Excellent reservoir in Dholabira. You must note all these important points that I am talking about. So town planning of the entire Indus Valley civilization, it was, first look, it was looking very uniform, but at the same time, in the second option, the internal management of the town planning was also very good. Internal management of the town planning was also very good. I told you drain was connected to soaking pits. Soaking pits. Drain was connected to soaking pits. What is this soaking pits? That all the drains was covered with the slab, and the waters, dirty water, that directly go inside the earth. This is soaking pits. And next is that Dholabira, this is the place where of the 3 divisions: Citadel, Middle Town and the Lower Town. There are 3 divisions: Citadel, Middle Town and the Lower Town. There are 3 divisions. Three-tier division of the city: Citadel, Middle Town and Lower Town. 3-tier division of the city. Next point is, these Harappan peoples, they had a script. Second characteristic is script. They know how to write. They are very good in writing. They know how to write. So perhaps they have learned the episode of writing. So script was generally pictographic. Pictographic. they know how to write, but a script was generally pictographic. Till date, we are not able to decipher the script. A script is pictographic. Till date, we are not able to decipher. Means अभी पढ़ नहीं पाए स्क्रिप्ट को. We are not able to decipher the script. So script is pictographic. Like emoji, you take the chance like that we have an emoji. You send this emoji means happy. You send this emoji means sad. And you send both the emojis means kabhi khushi, kabhi gum. So this is how the script normally they used to express. This is total symbol. The script was generally what? Symbolic. The script was symbolic. But we have found many symbols that is counted as around, it is said that 300-400 symbols are there. They were using for the script. But main symbols was only 64. If any book you find 200, 300, don't confuse. Main symbols, that is the main letters, was only 64. And that 64 symbols was used in order to express the meaning. So main symbols were 64. Till date we are not able to decipher the script. And you know, when they start writing, they don't take the rest. They start writing like this. Right? You people keep on writing like this, but they go in the serpentine manner. This is called Booster-Fedhan style of writing. This is called Booster-Fedhan. Let me write in bigger, otherwise you people will say handwriting not good. Booster-Fedhan style. Booster-Fedhan style. Right to left, left to right, right to left, left to right. They start like this. This is called Booster-Fedhan style. And we have found many evidence of the script of the Harappan civilization. Many evidence of the script from the Harappan civilization. Is it visible to you people or not? Look, these are the seals. These are the seals. You can see in your NCERT also. And then on the seals, these are the script. These are the symbols normally they make. Look at, these are the small script. So Harappan people used pictographic script. Right? They start from right to left and then left to right and again right to left. So this is the way that they writing like this, right to left, left to right, right to left, left to right. Fine. So Harappan people used a pictographic script. What is pictographic? Language of pictures. And it is called Booster-Fedhan style. Booster-Fedhan style. More than 400 pictographs had found. More than 400. More than 400 pictographs are found here. first pictograph was found in 1853 by Mahadevan. I. Mahadevan, he was the person who found the first pictograph. Right. He was the discoverer of the Harappan script. So he claimed that it is deciphered, but till date it is not deciphered. I. Mahadevan, he found the pictograph way back in 1853 and he claimed that it was deciphered, but so far the script remains undeciphered. We are not able to find. So one sentence they use 3 to 4 pictographs. One sentence they normally use 3 to 4 pictographs. Right. So one sentence you get this 3 to 4 pictographs. Fine. So this is a pictography. So they had a script. Normally they had a very distant communication also. Suppose they had to purchase something from Mesopotamia. Then what they would do? Communication language needed, link language needed. So script generally derived when you are long distance trade, then it is a mostly you need to have a script. What I feel, what other scientists feel, that it's mainly because of the long distance trade, a script was realized. A script became the need of the time. Okay, so generally in one single sentence we have 3 to 4 pictographs. Right, so they had a script. They had a script. They had a script. We will talk in detail about all these things. So second thing is a script. Then third thing is, Harappans were Indus Valley people, they had a very developed art and craft. Very developed art and craft. Art and craft was the hallmark of the Indus Valley civilization. Hallmark of Indus Valley civilization. Art and craft is the hallmark of the Indus Valley civilization. Art and craft. They practice stonecraft, and then metalcraft. Stonecraft and metalcraft. Metalcraft. Stonecraft seals. They make beautiful seals. I hope you see any in offices on yourself you are having seal mark, and thereafter you sign the every seal government of India or the private offices they had the seal. So here they had many seals. So there are 3 types of seals. Rectangular. Should I write in the capital letter? Otherwise you people will become very angry that no, I can't see. Rectangular, square and circular. these three types of the cell: rectangular cell, square cells and circular cells. There are three types of the cells. There are three types of the cells that you can see in the Indus Valley civilization. There are three types of cells you can see in the Indus Valley civilization. So there were three types of the cells in Indus Valley civilization: rectangular, square and circular. Why cells was used? Look, we haven't deciphered the script, so we're not able to decipher exactly what is there, the meaning of cells. So here in this rectangular script, we have a script only. In a square, we have a script and picture. And in this circular, we have only a script. So obviously, a square script is more important because we have some writings there and at the same time we have some pictures also. Right? So we have writings and as well as pictures also. So this is a format of the cells. So till date, we have found around 2500 cells. But on all the cells, we can read the picture, but we cannot able to decipher the script. So on many cells, we have unicorn bull. Unicorn bull. We have unicorn bull. On all the cells, we have unicorn bull. So bull is having one horn. This is not rhino, but unicorn bull. Majority of the cells is found from this unicorn bull. This is a mythical animal. Mythical animal worshipped by Harapans. Mythical animal worshipped by the Harapans. So till date 2500 cells are found. Maximum cells we have found from Mohenjo-daro. Maximum cells we have found alone, more than 50% of the cells we have found from Mohenjo-daro. In Mohenjo-daro, out of the many cells, there is one Pashupati cell. Pashupati cell. Now tell me clearly, you people, are you people able to write? I am trying to drag the things here. And whatever I am writing on the board, and whatever I am dictating also, it's a very slow, I speak very slow, and so that you can write all the points, relevant point at one place. So you need to respond that is it all right for you people? Font size is good, you are looking excellent in perceiving the most relevant thing. Otherwise, we will try to. Pashupati Sil. Pashupati Sil. Pashupati means Proto-Shiva. Harappans, they worship Proto-Shiva. Harappans, they worship Proto-Shiva. So what was the Sil? There is a yogi sitting in yogic posture. In our country, yoga is everything. And we have made yoga International Day also, International Day of Yoga. So that's good. But we can draw the yogic inspiration from the Lord Shiva. So what was there? There is a yogi sitting in yogic posture doing meditation. And there are 3 heads of the yogi and 2 horns. I am trying to sketch it, that there is a yogi having the 3 heads and 2 horns sitting in a yogic posture. Sitting in the yogic posture. 2 horns. 2 horns. Sitting in a yogic posture. This is Pashupati. And there are animals surrounding that. There are 4 animals and there is 1 deer also. Deer. So rhinoceros is there, bull is there, buffalo is there, and tiger is there. So rhino, bull, buffalo, tiger. These are the animals surrounding that yogi, and deer. So Pashupati Sil. This is a Proto-Shiva, Lord of the Beast. So Harappans had this type of sils. This sil was found from a city, Mohenjo-daro. So Mohenjo-daro is a very important city of the Harappan civilization. So this sil we have found from Mohenjo-daro. What are the purpose of the sil? Purpose. Maybe, look, we can predict only, because maybe historians had given so much of the thought to find out the purpose of the sil. So we can predict only. So maximum prediction we can make that sils was used for representation of state order. Every time ruler was trying to connect with the people. Every time ruler was trying to connect with the people. There should be proper connectivity. So ruler was trying to connect with the people. Right? So there should be proper connectivity. State order. All the times you can see, most of the time rulers normally had connectivity with the people. Earlier we put hoardings, we distribute pamphlet, newspaper advertisement, Man Ki Baat. So all these thing was designed, state order. Second was for trading purpose, trading need. For the purpose of trade, this is called trading need. So what is trading need? Suppose you send something to Mesopotamia, there will be some symbolic gesturing, that what is the communication, I am sending you wheat, you please send the gold. There is a symbols. Symbols expression always create the rise of a script system. So trading need. Trading need. And third is religious icon. Mostly it is a religious icon. Mostly it is a religious icon. Mostly it is a religious icon. So sills was used in such a way that there are multiple use of the sills. Multiple use of the sills. So we are studying about the art and craft. Look at, I am going to page back. Art and craft, we started the stone craft, and sills we have started with. Sills are the best specimen of Harappan art. From Mohenjo-daro, we have found, Mohenjo-daro was a very excellent site. I will discuss about Mohenjo-daro in detail also. From Mohenjo-daro, we have found a statue of a priest. A statue of priest. I think you have seen that priest in NCERT or some other books because you keep on opening the books regularly. So there is a statue of priest. And in this statue of priest, you can see the photograph. Upper lip is shaved, well trimmed beard, and then forehead there is a arm jewelry, arm slit jewelry, and then shawl crossing from one shoulder to down. So this is a very fashionable priest. This priest is a very fashionable priest. So we have so many examples related to the priest and its so many examples we have related to the priest and the structure of the priest. A statue of the priest is a very unique finding of the Harappan civilization. A statue of priest. From Harappa, we have found, Harappa is another city. We have found red sandstone torso. We have found red sandstone torso. Torso, you understand? Above the waist. Red sandstone torso. We have found it from Harappa. So some historians said that this torso, that is the above the waist, is a statue of Adi Jina. Adi Jina means the Adinath Rishabh. Adi Jina. First Tirthankar of Jaina is called Adi Jina. First Tirthankar of Jaina is called Adi Jina. Adi Jina. Adi Jina. This is a red sandstone torso. Like that we have the statue of Jina. Similarly we have the from Harappa also. So Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, these are the cities where we have the maximum intensity of art and craft. Harappans were, next point, Harappans were very good in making the beads. Beads making practices was very good in Harappan civilization. They make large number of beads of different variety. They know gold, they know silver, so they are making massive ornaments, but that is the metal craft. But beads is basically made up of stone. So they use white stone and the black stone, white and black stone to make the beads. White and black stone to make the beads. So beads was made of white and the black stone. White and the black stone. White stone beads. White stone beads. Sill. And black stone beads is carnelian. Carnelian. So white stone beads is sill and black stone beads is carnelian. Sill and carnelian, these two things. Sill and carnelian. Sill is that white sea sill and carnelian is that black gomed. Have you heard the gomed stone? That is astrological stone. This is called carnelian. And then white and black mixtures that create the beads. So beads back in fashion, not these days today, but it is basically found in the Harappan civilization. You people also make the beads and purchase the beads and then wear anywhere in the neck, in the hands, on the bag, in order to show some ethnic beauty of yourself. So therefore that is what is called beads. So beads was made up of two things, white and black, sill and carnelian. Carnelian. Carnelian is black and sill is white. So number of crafts, activities were there that is made up of stone. So in entire Harappan civilization, there are three places, three Harappan cities. There was a beads making factory. So there are beads making factory at three places. Beads making factory at three places. Lothal, which is in Gujarat. Lothal. Sutkangador. Balakot. We have found the beads making factory at these places. Sutkangador, you know, it is in the westernmost site of the Harappan civilization, and then Balakot, it is in Pakistan. Balakot strike. This is Balakot is a Harappan site. Look what Pakistanis had did it. Now it became the bomb ground. So Lothal, Sutkangador and Balakot. These three we have found the beads making factories. And beads was exported to Mesopotamia. Beads was exported to Mesopotamia. Mesopotamians were mad for the Harappan beads. So this is considered as the best fashionable thing that they got. So beads was exported to Mesopotamia. Right? So they had the best fashionable thing ever. So Lothal, Sutkangador and Balakot, beads making factory. So these are the things related to the stone craft. Now come to the metal craft. Stone craft. Now come to the metal craft. Metal craft they use number of metals: copper, gold, silver. Look at the $1 million information for you people. $1 million information for you people. Harappans were the first in the world to use the silver as a metal. Harappans were first in the world to use silver as a metal. So copper, gold, silver. They were the first in the world to use the silver as a metal. Copper, gold, silver. So we have ornaments and utensils of all, but what is the most important achievement of the Harappans? That they started making bronze in large number. Bronze making unit they had established, they used to make bronze at large scale. Large scale. They used to have bronze in a very large scale. They used to have bronze in a very large scale. What is bronze? Copper plus tin. Copper plus tin, so used to make the bronze in a very large scale. They make bronze. Adequate proportion of copper and tin was mixed. So once they used to mix the copper and tin in adequate proportion, this is called bronze. And they make utensils also. And some artifacts like from Mohenjo-daro, we have found a image of a dancing girl. Image of dancing girl. From Mohenjo-daro we have found the image of dancing girl. Very unique findings from Mohenjo-daro. So, image of a dancing girl. We have found a bull from Harappa, bronze bull from Harappa. Bronze bull from Harappa. We have found a bronze ikka. Ikka, you understand? Ikka is the cart, bullock cart, pulled by a single animal, which is called ikka. Right? So, bronze ikka was also found. Ikka means when the bullock cart was pulled by a single animal, it is called ikka. When the bullock cart was pulled by a single animal, it is called ikka. Bullock cart was pulled by a single animal, it's called ikka. So this is made up of bronze. This is made up of bronze. So we have the bronze ikka. Harappans were having so much metallurgical process, They used to have so much metallurgy. So they were masters of making so many artifacts. Copper, bronze. They make ornaments of gold and silver. I told you, they were the first to use silver as a metal in the world. Before world came to know that silver is a metal, that the use of silver as a metal was first time used by Harappan civilization. Okay, so they had a very excellent art and craft at all places. Other than that, the common peoples also have a craft like pottery. They make bricks. So look at the design of the pottery. Very excellent design they had. Pottery of the Harappan civilization. Pottery of Harappan civilization. So pottery, majority of the pottery is a plain pottery, but specialized pottery of the Harappans specialized pottery of the Harappans specialized pottery of the Harappans is BRW. Black and red ware. BRW, black and red ware. BRW pottery. So a black color of pottery was pasted with red color. Suppose this is a pottery which is a black color. This is a pottery of black color. Beautiful lustrous black color. And then there is a red strip on it. Looks beautiful. If you don't look beautiful, please understand that this is beautiful. So they had a black and red ware pottery. This red color was an imported red color. Imported red color that comes from Hormuz. This red color comes from Hormuz. So imported red color was used from Hormuz, Strait of Hormuz, and thereafter it looks lustrous, beautiful. So the whole entire civilization, Mesopotamia and Egypt, they were mad for this pottery. What is good in the pottery, I can't understand, but you feel like that, that's a madness for the pottery. They had a geometric figure on the pottery. Geometric figure. They had geometric figure in the pottery, like circles, like intersecting circles, triangle. These are the things was taken by the Harappan civilization. Geometric figure. These are the geometric figures normally you can have on the pottery. On the pottery they used to have these geometric figures. Excellent design. From Lothal. Lothal is a place in Gujarat, I told you, a very fine site. So from Lothal we have polychrome pottery. Look at the art they had, art and craft we are talking about. Polychrome pottery, multicolor pottery. So from Lothal we have a polychrome pottery. We have found the fragments of the pottery broken. Everywhere there was a scattered broken pottery. So we collected the pottery and we found one broken pottery, that there is a peepal tree on which there's a crow was sitting on that tree. crow was sitting on that tree, and there is a fox below that, and fox praising the crow that you sing beautiful. I have seen your concert many times on YouTube, and you sing like anything. Can you sing for me? So crow got excited and then started singing, "Ay mere batan ke logo," and then morsel fell down, and thereafter the fox carried away. A story of clever fox. This is painted on the painting of Lothal. Clever fox. So a story of clever fox, it is painted on the painting of Lothal. Polychrome pottery. Polychrome means multicolor pottery. So Lothal was famous for polychrome pottery. Lothal was famous for polychrome pottery. A story of clever fox. Then there is a pottery where there is a bucket and water level is very low. Crow want to drink the water, and that putting thirsty crow story you must be knowing. The thirsty crow story is also there in the painting of Lothal. All these stories we study in Panchtantra. You know Panchtantra? Panchtantra, it is a story books, a story of the moral that was compiled by Vishnu Sharma. Vishnu Sharma, he wrote many moralistic story, and one story is that is a Panchtantra. Panchtantra, written by Vishnu Sharma. Written by Vishnu Sharma. So many languages it was translated. So many languages. Farsi, Arabic, so many languages. Panchtantra at a time was the largest selling book after Bible. Panchtantra, a largest selling book after Bible. Before Harry Potter and all. So not to consider the Harry Potter and all, but largest selling book after Bible. So many languages it was translated. Who wrote Panchtantra? Vishnu Sharma. He wrote in the Gupta period, 300, and we're talking about 2000 BC. So, if it is painted on the painting of Lothal, this story is much in the society, much before. So, after 2000 and 2500 years later than Lothal, Vishnu Sharma wrote in a book. And that's the thing we are available today. So that is what, how the continuity of the tradition means. This story was circulated from nani to nani, from one generation to another. Okay, fine. So this is a pottery. They had a very excellent sense of making the pottery. Many potteries where they make that you can put in the drawing room. So they had a decorated pottery as well. Decorated pottery as well. They had a brick craft also, bricks. They make bricks. They make bricks. They make bricks also. This is type of the bricks they make. The ratio is 4:2:1. Ratio is 4:2:2. 4 is length, 2 is breadth, and 1 is depth. This ratio of the bricks is same everywhere. All Harappan cities, same ratio of bricks. All Harappan cities had same ratio of bricks. 4:2:1. All Harappan cities had same ratio of bricks. Four is to 2:1. So they were masters of having art and craft. No doubt in this. They had excellent art and craft practices. Now come to the, what are the trade and commerce they had? Trade and commerce. Trade and commerce. What are the type of trade and commerce they had? Let's talk about the trade and commerce. In Indian history, they were the first to go for the international trade. They were first to go for the international trade. They were doing trade with Mesopotamia, they were doing trade with Sumeria, Greece, Egypt, Mongolia, everywhere, all over the world, they were doing export and import. So trading connectivity was very good. There are many port cities in the Harappan civilization. There are many port cities in Harappan civilization. They were the first people in the world in Indian history to go to international trade. They traded with Mesopotamia, Sumeria, Greece, Egypt, and Mongolia. They also imported several items from different places. For example, from Mesopotamia, they import gold. Perfumes they were very fashionable. Right? They just import perfume from the Greece. Right? From Sumeria they import silver. Egypt, they import diamond. Mongolia, they import agate, lapis lazuli, sandstone, very semi-precious stones. They take it from Mongolia. So they are having the very excellent international trading destination. This PT is visible to you people, and as well as the photos. Keep on responding. I think we have taken little time to connect, but I think we are very much connected, and so that we can have excellent finish of the thing. So Mesopotamia, perfume, Sumeria, Greece, Sumeria, we have silver, Egypt, diamond, Mongolia, agate, lapis lazuli, sandstone. These are the things we have taken. Silver as a raw material means that they use the they used to make metal from the alloys. So the minerals, they brought it from there, they extract silver from there and then started using as a metal. Indus Valley seals were found in Mesopotamia. I told you how you will prove that there is a trade and commerce from. So many Harappan seals, that is Indus Valley seals, found from Mesopotamia, and from Mesopotamia, many Mesopotamian seals are found in Indus Valley civilization. Right? So therefore, Indus Valley seals we have found from Mesopotamia. There is a city in Mesopotamia, like you have Harappa, Mohenjo-daro, they also had a city. They also had a city. They also had a city. What were the medium of international trade? Mostly international trade was symbolic. That is the reason why I told you seals. And otherwise, the barter was also there because they carry out from the consumer goods here and they brought it some luxurious goods from there. So Indus Valley seals were found in Mesopotamia at Tel and Smar, which is one of the Indus city in which is the city of Mesopotamia. Mesopotamians also called the Indus Valley as Meluhha. So they had a good degree of trading connectivity because many Indus seals are found from Mesopotamia and many Mesopotamian seals are found from Indus. Right? So this is a Meluhha. In Mesopotamians called the Indus cities as Meluhha. Internal trade. They also traded with South India and imported pearls and the cells. The Khetri mines in Rajasthan provided the copper. So not only international trade, but along the zone of the Indus Valley civilization also, they have the trading example. Right. From South India, they imported pearls. Pandya, I told you, they're very important for the pearls. Then copper was very good for the Khetri mines of the copper. Rajasthan is very good for the copper. So they had excellent trade and commerce. Many Indus seals found from Mesopotamia and many Mesopotamian seals also found from the Indus Valley civilization. It's not one way, it's two way. It's not way, but in two ways. Right? And look at the weight and measurement. I hope that you know before you became in the SI system of measurement, 16 digits was very important. 16, 32, 34. So the numerical figure of 16 and its multiple was the basis of the metric system. Right? 16 ana, that is called 1 rupees. So 4 ana, that is 1/4 rupees. And then 4 centimeter, 16 centimeter, like that they used to have a figure of 16 and its multiple. That was mostly in weight and measurement. We have the 16 and its multiple form the basis of the metric system. Right now you ask the question that what was the medium of exchange, right? So I told you that you send something from here and then Mesopotamians, Egyptians, Sumerians, there's something sent there from. So medium of exchange was, in general, it was a barter system in the international trade. Right? In external trade, gold and silver were also being exchanged. But seals was considered as a very important part of their trading system, symbolically. Like today you send the checkbook, you send the check, right? So medium of exchange in general was barter system. Because there was no coins found from the Harappan civilization, but they have a metal. Gold, silver is a very precious metal for them. Lothal, Surkotda in Gujarat, Balakot in Sindh, Suktagendor in Balochistan, Bahrain was called Dilmun. So they had a very intermediate positions to have trade. Except iron, they know everything. Except iron. So what are the important ports? What are the important ports? Important ports. Lothal, which was in Gujarat. Gujarat. Most important port. Then we have Balakot in Sindh. Then Sutkangedor, this is the correct spelling. Sutkangedor in Balochistan, Pakistan. Balochistan province of Pakistan. So these are the important ports. So when from Harappa to Mesopotamia, there was an intermediate port called Dilmun. Bahrain was called Dilmun. We have the word Dilmun for Bahrain. We have a Dilmun for Bahrain. Dilmun for Bahrain. So Lothal, Gujarat, Balakot. So these are the important ports. They know almost all the metals except iron. Iron was not known to them. Definitely not. Iron will come very late. So iron was not known to them. Iron will come very late. Iron will come very late. So it was not known to them. Right? So they had all the knowledge except the iron. Except the iron. So we have done with the trade and commerce, which was a very excellent part, important part of the Indus Valley civilization. What do you think about agriculture? Agriculture, no doubt in this, the basis of the civilization was agriculture. Basis of civilization was agriculture. Basis of civilization was agriculture. Basis of civilization was agriculture. So they were having all the three types of the crop. They know about the crop rotation. They know about the crop rotation. Like Rabi, Kharif and Jaid. Rabi, Kharif and Jaid. Three types of the crops normally they produce. Rabi, Kharif and Rabi, Kharif and Jaid. Rabi means wheat, Kharif means rice, right? So Rabi crop is wheat. Majority of the Harappan civilization, they had the wheat production. Wheat production. Majority of Harappan civilization is a wheat production. Kharif, rice. Rice. And the fruits, watermelon. They love to have watermelon. So rice. Rice found mainly from Gujarat area. There are two places, two Harappan sites in Gujarat. Two Harappan sites in Gujarat. There is one is called Lothal, which we will study, a very excellent site. Lothal and Rangpur. Lothal and Rangpur. So we have evidence of rice from Lothal and Rangpur. Evidence of rice from Lothal and Rangpur. Evidence of wheat and rice from Lothal and Rangpur. Lothal and Rangpur. Gujaratis are very good in making the dhoklas, so they needed rice. So Lothal and Rangpur. And then one more thing that we need to catch here, that Harappans were first in the world to grow cotton. 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 Cotton was called Sindhan. Sindhan. Cotton was called Sindhan. So Harappans were first in the world to grow cotton. Cotton was called Sindhan. Because it was grown in the Sindhu Valley, so therefore it is called Sindhan. They were the first in the world to have cotton, to grow cotton. And thereafter, many cotton bunch was found from Mesopotamia. So we distributed cotton all over the world. Mesopotamians called cotton as Sindhan because it was grown in Sindhu Valley. Because it was grown in Sindhu Valley. So Mesopotamians called cotton as Sindhan. It was grown in Sindhu Valley. Okay, so this is agriculture. What actually they were eating? Let us see that what they were eating. Then we'll come to the religion of Indus Valley civilization. Food habits, right? They were having a very excellent food habits. So it is said that both vegetarian and non-vegetarian diets were followed. Both vegetarian and non-vegetarian diets. Staple food was wheat and barley. I told you that Lothal Lothal, Rangpur, plus Rangpur. This is the place where we have the rice. And otherwise the staple diet was wheat and barley. Right? They were very fashionable. Both men and women were highly fashionable. I have shown you that the statue of priest, how beautifully he was decorated, trimming of the beards. They enjoyed putting a different hairstyles and accessories. They used to import lipsticks from Greece and perfumes. Ornaments made up of the metals except iron was used. Dicing, bullfighting, fishing, dancing, boat racing, they all do boat racing. They were having the hobbies. They can write this hobbies in their UPSC DEF detailed application form. So they had a very excellent dressing sense. Both men and women were highly fashionable. They enjoy putting different hairstyles. Like today you put gel and to make the spike. They used imported lipsticks, perfumes. Greeks were very good in using that. Ornaments, every ornaments. Except iron, they almost know all the metals. And dicing, bullfighting, fishing, dancing, boat racing, all are there, the perfect hobbies for them. Perfect hobbies for them. Burial practices will come later. Before that, we need to go for urban life. Urban life, town planning and all these things, we have already seen that. Look, Harappan society Indus Valley society was predominantly matriarchal. Predominantly matriarchal, because we have seen the importance of the mother goddess. Importance of mother goddess is definitely shown there. So predominantly matriarchal. There was class, but no caste division, because houses were different sizes. 1 story, 2 story. So there was no caste division, but society was divided on the basis of occupations. The prime classification was merchant, craftsmen, peasants, working class laborers. Right? So there were so many crafts: merchants, craftsmen, peasantry, working class labor, so many things. Basis of occupations. Social. Class formations. So these are the important things that we look at. But now see the religion of Indus Valley civilization. Religion and burial practices together. They worship direct form of nature. Harappans, the religion of Indus Valley civilization, they worship direct form of nature. They were nature worshipper. They were nature worshipper. They worship direct form of nature. They worship direct form of nature. Will bring the behavior practices. They worship direct form of nature. Nature worshipper. We have statue of Mother Goddess. Mother Goddess in large number. Statue of Mother Goddess in large number. They worship people, neem, snake, water, everything. Whatever they found, wherever they found, they start worshipping there. People, neem, snake, water, earth, everything. They started worshipping then and there only. Then and there they started worshipping it. Mother Goddess. They used to have fire altars. Fire altars, you understand? Havan Kund, where you do the fire oblation. They have fire altars. From Lothal, Rakhi Garhi, Banwali, we have fire altars. We have fire altars. Lothal, Rakhi Garhi, Banwali, we have fire altars. Havan Kund. There are no big temples in Harappan civilization. No temples found. In Mesopotamia, we have big temples. Mesopotamia means Iraq. But in Harappan civilization, we don't have big temples. But later on, they left temples, we accepted temples. So in Harappan civilization, we don't have the evidence of big temples. In Mesopotamia, Egypt, we have the evidence of big temple. So later on, this is a exchange. And this is a course of the civilization. Something will change, something will adopt. So that is how big temples. So what is the purpose of having the no big temples? Means the religion was a totally private. It was not demonstrated in public. Religion was totally private and it was not demonstrated in public. Not demonstrated in public. So religion was absolutely private and it was not demonstrated in public. No DJ, no song. So it was not demonstrated in public. So religion was absolutely private. We will talk about all these things later. Let me take your questions. I think all good. Origin of Species, that book actually published in 1856. Not clearly mentioned, not to worry about that. Okay, let it be 1859, nothing to worry. But mostly the context of the origin of species, that man ancestor of ape had already declared 1856. So maybe publishing year vary 1859, nothing to worry about. Robert Bruce put Atirapakkam, this is a place in Tamil Nadu, right? This is a Pallavaram district of Tamil Nadu. So 1863. Yes, it is preserved. District is Pallavaram. John Marshall surveyed the Harappan civilization. In 1921, he surveyed there and the journal was published in 1924. Okay, fine. Busterfedan is also called Proto-Dravidian style. Yes, you will get whatever the PPT I am showing you, I will give you, nothing to worry, but you need to write. It may not also. So it is not like that you become confident at home and you will not write. You need to write, because many things I write on the PPT itself. Many things I take the support of some blank board also. So you have to write. There is no question. You can get the PPT what I am showing you. But you have to write, because many things I suffix there. Lapis lazuli you have from the Mongolia also, or Afghanistan also. Imported silver from Sumeria, then how the Harappan were first. I told you that they take the material from there, from the minerals and mines. They brought it from Sumeria and then extract the silver. So they know how to extract the silver and how to use the silver. So they were the first to use the silver as a metal. We have seen the medium of international trade, or else there is no other medium. Yes, I told you about the medium of international trade. Yeah, I told you I will give you, but you need to write. How many cities that we are seeing, like Sumeria, Mongolia, Harappans imported different things. This is called supply chain interdependency. Even the Europeans are importing something from Bangladesh. So do you think that the material culture of Europeans are not good? Even Pakistan exported something. What else you can expect from other countries? So importing something from any country, we have a trading relation with African countries also. So trading relations and having something from there is not a fact that we are not developed. Yes, Kalibangan also we have found the fire altars. How check was used as a medium of exchange. Any symbols you send there and accordingly they will have a response. So medium of exchange is always symbolic. It's a token currency type of structure. Medium of symbol is always symbolic. It's token currency kind of structure. Okay, so that's all for the day. And we will see you. I hope everything is all right today. and you are able to take the things entirely what I have dictated. Tomorrow I'll bring you more beautiful slides so that you can have attractive ways of understanding. Thank you so much. Bye then. Have a nice day.